The woman was born with divine strength. She could easily lift a 500-ton bronze cauldron. Yet just after finishing the wedding ceremony, Jack arrogantly tried to lay down rules for her, but he had no idea that Lucy before him was a naturally strong, short-tempered tigress. The next second, Jack was punched to the ground by her, crying out in pain and losing all dignity, unwilling to accept it. The next day he brought home a lover, attempting to use her to humiliate Lucy, but instead of being angry, Lucy let the lover stay, and even declared that from then on she and Jack would sleep in separate rooms, only because she had already seen through it. This lover was highly suspicious, and most likely an assassin sent to take Jack's life. It turned out, Jack was not an ordinary man. He was in fact the second prince of the emperor, who had lived among the common people. The crown prince harbored sinister intentions. In order to seize the throne, he sent assassins to kill his younger brother. This woman was one of them. Yet Jack misunderstood Lucy's intentions, believing she was not only hot-tempered, but also had strange habits, secretly vowing to find a chance to humiliate his wife, without realizing that danger was already close at hand. Sure enough, the next day, Lucy keenly discovered poison had been added into the soup. She coldly questioned the lover, asking who had sent her. The woman immediately denied it, until Lucy drew out a silver hairpin to test the soup. The pin instantly turned black. The truth was completely exposed. The woman panicked and tried to escape. Jack in a hurry grabbed her leg, but was kicked flying to the ground. Lucy, seeing this, lifted the whole wooden table and smashed it down, knocking the woman to the ground. But in the blink of an eye, the figure had already vanished without a trace. Jack was utterly confused, and asked Lucy how she could see that the soup was poisoned. Lucy only snorted coldly, saying the soup was blood red and eerie, obviously caused by poison. Jack suddenly realized the truth, but the crisis was far from over. The woman understood that if the task failed, her family would be in danger, so she ruthlessly returned and set fire to Jack's home. But she mistook the room. The flames spread toward the courtyard of Jack's father. Jack, regardless of his own life, soaked himself in water and rushed into the sea of fire, first rescuing his father, then going back again to save his mother. Lucy, seeing his filial piety, also dashed into the fire to help. Just as Jack carried his mother on his back and was about to escape, a massive beam crashed down, about to strike them. Lucy let out a furious roar, caught the beam weighing thousands of pounds, buying Jack the chance to save his mother. But eventually her strength failed. Her ankle was crushed and she could not move. After sending his mother out, Jack rushed back into the fire, risking his life to carry Lucy out. At that moment, Lucy was deeply moved. She never expected this man, who always argued with her, would be willing to risk his life for her. Immediately after, the two of them worked together to push away the beam. Lucy endured the pain, and softly promised that if she could survive, she would never raise her hand against him again. Jack immediately responded, hoping Lucy would keep her word. But when they finally reached the door, they found the exit had already been sealed by fire. The flames grew larger and larger. Lucy was close to suffocating. She forced herself to tell Jack to escape alone, but before she could finish her words, she inhaled too much smoke and fell into unconsciousness.